I make this watermelon juice at least once every year when it gets hot out, and I just realized I've never shared how to do it online. All you gotta do is cut up a watermelon and puree it in a blender. Resist the urge to add water. If your blades aren't gripping the fruit, mash it down and try again. Watermelon is mostly water, and once it gets going, the jug will get soupy enough to add even more fruit chunks. This is really pulpy, but you can strain the pulp out with a fine mesh strainer. If your melon was ripe and you didn't add any water, you're left with a pure expression of watermelon flavor that goes down easy, tasting perfectly sweet with no added sugar necessary. I do like to add a big pinch of salt though. It focuses the melon flavor and makes it feel a little more velvety in the mouth. I do also own a juicer, so most of the time I'll use this instead of a blender. The final product is the same, but it strains the pulp for me, and since it's really powerful, I don't have to worry about cutting off all the rind. It's hard to get tired of this drink, but if you need more variety, you could squeeze a lime into the melon juice, add a mint sprig, or spike it with tequila or vodka. Look me in the eyes and tell me this isn't the perfect poolside beverage, with or without those added ingredients. The only way it comes out not excellent is if your watermelon isn't ripe. I use heuristics like looking for field spots and sugar lines, but sometimes you just get unlucky. If yours is pale and lacking in flavor, mix equal parts sugar and water and then pour that simple syrup in a little bit at a time until it tastes right to you. It's no longer pure juice, but it still tastes like fruit, even if it's more of a watermelonade. Either version would qualify as agua fresca, a classification of beverages you'll find sold in big jugs every summer anywhere with a sizable Mexican population. There are dozens of varieties. Agua de Jamaica, a beverage previously covered on this channel, counts as one of them, and they get a little bit more complicated when you work with fruits that aren't 92% water like a watermelon. Cucumber juice is delicious, but I need to dilute it with water, sweeten it, and then mix it with lime to convert it from pure juice into a thin bev that's crushable by the quart. Mangoes, strawberries, pineapples, they all need to be adjusted for dilution, sweetness, and acid. But melons are the fruit I happily juice every summer because they require the least effort. You apply the same technique to watermelon, honeydew, or cantaloupe. Mush it up, strain the pulp, season with salt, and enjoy over lots of ice. I'm glad that this year I made a batch early enough that I remembered to post about it before peak summer, but I am disappointed that it's coming to me on the tail end of June. You have no idea how much money I could have made at Pride raves selling this bright green beverage as brat juice. The key bump of salt on the rim really drives it home. I'm always a little bit surprised at how few people know about my Patreon, so I'm sticking an ad for it at the end of this video. If you feel like directly supporting my work, you can do so at patreon.com/Shaq. Some of the benefits are pretty minor, but I really can't overstate the value of the Discord server. It's paywalled instead of free, so it's not full of spammers, and I'm in there just about every day looking at all the recipe ideas, media, restaurant recommendations, memes, and convos going down at all times. There have been meetups. I have seen members have their first child. They help me brainstorm when I'm stuck script writing for videos or picking colors for Barkley products. I think this community is one of the best things I've ever cultivated, and Patreon just gave me the ability to give out 7-day free trials to that benefit if you want to dip your toes in before taking my word for it. I also started posting a little news roundup every Friday, and you don't have to be a paying member to get it delivered to your inbox in full each week. The site to peep is patreon.com/Shaq. It's linked in the description if you don't want to type it out.